Hello, welcome to the Word Cafe podcast. This podcast has been designed with curated content that centers on the power of words. Can we really do anything without speaking? Can we really do anything without the agency of words? Yes, that is what this podcast is all about. And I am your host, Amakri Isoboye, your neighborhood word trader. I believe in the power of words, for it is the unit of creation. I trade in words to profit my world. Yeah, wonderful to know that you are there listening. That is why I am here. Good to be here with you again today. And I've been looking forward to this moment to share some exciting time with you. How was your day? How did it go at work, at home, in school? Yeah, I know we're all somewhat trapped in a place now, and we wish we could do something better with ourselves, like, going out there to play, expressing that energy and all that. I know. But listen, there's more to life. Yes, you can create that moment. I'd love to share something with you today. It's about words. I played around with the thought for a while and how would it come across today? How would it sound with you? I played with it a lot in my head, and I just said, no, come on, go out there, share it with her, share it with him, share it with them. You never can tell how it will come across. But there's one thing: they will listen, they will hear. I want to talk about what I call the word whisperer. Yes, the word whisperer. Whisper, if you go pick up your dictionary to check the meaning, you'll find things like soft spoken words that you need to strain your ears to hear, like somebody telling you something in a low tone, pretty low, and you're eager for the person to speak up. I need to hear you. I need to understand. I need you to be audible. I want to hear. I want to understand what you're talking about or what you're saying. Yes, a whisper. Now, there's this word, whisperer. Not a whisper now, but whisperer, like doing something more or less. An adjective that qualifies somebody who communicates not necessarily with voice, but with a certain language that is connoted by the body, as in what we call body language. But this time, the individual is doing it with or towards an animal. Yes, you hear things like a bird whisperer. He or she relates with birds in such a way that the birds understand them. A lion whisperer. Come to think of it, a word whisperer. I'm going to tell you a story today. Yes, a story. True story. Yeah, true story. About me. Growing up, I grew up in a neighborhood I will consider posh. Yeah, we had well-paved roads, somewhere, don't worry, somewhere around the globe, well-paved roads. We had lawns, playground, and all that. And we had, I'm a Nigerian, we had these Europeans living with us too. And then seeing a white-skinned person, comes across like, wow, one awesome thing. And I had this friend, yes, an Italian. He was pretty older than myself at the time. Yeah. So we related, we formed this relationship, and it grew. And somehow, the way the Italians express themselves, they gesticulate a lot when talking with their hands and everything, And there's this word I've heard, or this sentence rather, this statement I've heard somewhere, like a whisper. Porcadillo. It sounds good, or should I say it sounded good in my hearing. So I picked it up. And it's like, when you fit in, or rather when you come around certain people, the way they speak, you want to blend with them, not necessarily knowing or having a good understanding of what they are talking about or what they are saying, but because you just want to flow with them, So, and there are words. I heard that word. And one particular day, we were together, myself and this friend of mine, and we got stuck in traffic. And I was frustrated at that, and I exclaimed, Porcadillo. And he turned and said to me, do you know what you just said? I said, no. As in, do you understand it? No, I've heard it, they use it. And he said, it's a swear word. I said, really? He said, yes. That back then, during the Inquisition, I don't want to go into all that, but during the Inquisition in that era, they want you to deny your faith. Porca is pork, Dio is God. So they make you, as in to deny your faith, to say those words is blasphemous, more or less. And I said, I didn't know, it sounded good. And he said, be careful. So many a times we hear words, slangs, street words. We really don't know, one, the origin, and we don't know the meaning or the value they carry, those words or those statements. But because we want to fit in, we want to belong, we use those words. But that experience taught me, you don't just say anything. You must, of greatest importance, know what you're saying. The word whisperer. When you hear those words, they come like whispers, so to say. But you need to listen. You need to go deep down. Try and understand those words before you use them. Why? Because they carry our essence. They carry our essence. And over time, I began to brood over these things, these experiences. And it pushed me to the point of, I need to understand words. I need to understand before I use them. So, today, I'm going to bring 3 words that we have been using loosely. A lot of us use them as in, but maybe after this episode of Word Cafe, you would be careful the way you throw words out there. You'll be careful the way you go on those, should I say, journeys of throwing words carelessly. I want us to look at the word maverick. 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 Somehow it came to me honestly because we use, he's a maverick, she's a maverick. But when I checked up the word, the meaning of the word, the dictionary meaning of the word, somebody who is unorthodox, that has an independent mind, I wasn't really satisfied with that. So I went to look at the origin of the word maverick. And amazingly, I beg your pardon, I came upon the origin as in maverick actually was a person. The word maverick was the name of a person. Yes. This guy, lived sometime 1867. He was born then and all that. But in the United States of America, somewhere around Colorado, he was known for branding his animals. Yes, as in farm animals, cows and what have you. He was known for branding them. Not just that, it was not the common practice then. So he just did it. He said, I don't want to go with the flow. I want to do mine. I want to be independent from everybody. This is how I want it to be done. And somehow this behavior of his left the farm yard, as it were, and came into the political scene. He went as far as, deep into politics, Congress and all that. And that attitude he was still displaying it. That became a verb, or it became a word synonymous with unorthodox behavior, the maverick. So it wasn't, how am I going to put it now? It was not a word that was created like you're making a sentence or something. No, but somebody's behavior, somebody's name, and because of that behavior, it took over. Yes. So when next you use the word maverick, know you are referring to someone, an individual who decided to be independent and unorthodox in his approach to life, and it became synonymous with him. Yes. Are you a maverick? Another word that we've been using, and it's like synonymous with technology. Robots. When you hear the word robot, what comes to your mind is a mechanical exoskeleton looking like frame with lights and some voices that come across like you understand what I mean? Yes. But actually that is not the real thing. Yes, let me tell you. Robot is a word drawn from Old Church Slavonic word, robota. And it means servitude, forced labor, or drudgery. Yeah, you heard me right. So actually, what we use to refer to robots, just there. Maybe that's why we are slaves to artificial intelligence. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So you see, the word robot has got nothing to do with mechanics, as it were, or artificial intelligence. No. It has everything to do with our behavior, how we respond to another person. Yes, how we respond to another person. Another one I want to share with you. Entrepreneur. Yeah, entrepreneur. When you hear that word, what comes to your mind is investment. Investment. Oh, he's an entrepreneur. He's a business person. Are you sure that's the real meaning of that word? Okay, let us look at it now. The word entrepreneur has its origin in French. Yes, it has its origin in French. And it simply means an individual who undertakes a project. So it's a French word. Like you go to the French countryside, you see farmers, people, individuals doing stuff. And the way they refer to them, entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. But somehow, over time, these words have left their origin and they found their way into the society, and we use them. Sometimes we use them wisely, sometimes we use them loosely. But the idea of a word whisperer is to listen. Yes, don't just use the words for the fun of using the words. Get to know, get to understand why you must use those words, so that you don't come across as somebody who is not knowledgeable, but rather you come across as somebody who understands what he or she is doing with what has been given to him or her. What is that? Words. Yeah, I felt I should share this with you today. I don't know. It feels like, yes, it feels that way. I never knew. Now I know. So when next you go out there, like I said, be careful. Be careful. The word may not be in your language, but the word, when you understand it in your language, you will come across knowledgeable. Yeah. I gotta run now. Yes, something juicy is coming. Stay tuned. Bye for now.
Awesome time it has been with you on the Word Cafe podcast today. Thank you for being there. You can catch me up on my social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all at Amakri Isoboye. Also, you can get copies of my books, A Cocktail of Words, The Color of Words, and my HR notebook on Amazon and on Roving Heights online bookstores. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page at the same address. Yes, till we see you again.